Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. Sing, speak what is true. Speak what is true.
There's no sporting event in the world like the Daytona 500. The great American race tells tales of triumph,
Denny Hamlin has won the Daytona 500.
heartbreak,
Pearson's in trouble. David Pearson is broadside down the backstretch.
and produces some of the most exciting moments in racing.
At the stripe, Kevin Harvick gets it by inches.
What story will be told in 2025?
NASCAR, News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
Super Bowl 59 is on Westwood One.
The Philadelphia Eagles are headed to New Orleans.
Now the Chiefs are on the doorstep of history, going for a third consecutive Super Bowl.
Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Grant. Join Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Laura Oakman, Gene Steratore, Devin McCourty, and me for all the action right here.
For Lincoln, St. Charles, Warren, and Pike Counties, East Central Missouri's News Radio KYRO. Depend on it. Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 10 o'clock in the Heartland.
News. I'm Paul Stevens. Canada and Mexico hitting back now against President Trump's import tariffs.
Canada is set to place a matching 25% tariff on $155 billion worth of U.S. goods. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum says this: I instruct the Secretary of Economy to implement Plan B that we have been working on, which includes tariff and non-tariff measures in defense of Mexico's interests. Nothing by force, everything by reason and right.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. The search continuing for the voice recorder from a plane that crashed last week in Philadelphia.
The plane is highly fragmented. There is a substantial impact on the entire community. The debris field extends 4 or 5 blocks.
National Transportation Safety Board Chairperson Jennifer Homendy. America's listening to Fox News.
So much to celebrate, but the fight has just begun. The fight to fix our nation, the fight for life, they go hand in hand, especially when we see how abortion took center stage in this historic election. That's why we can't stop talking about the Ministry of Preborn. Preborn has rescued over 300,000 babies. How? By loving mothers with an unplanned pregnancy and introducing them to their baby on an ultrasound. Once she sees her baby and hears the heartbeat, her baby's chance at life doubles. Preborn and their network of clinics are on standby for babies and mothers. Meet Deanna.
I'm at the doctor and they do a bedside sonogram. As I'm looking at the sonogram, the baby waves. And I looked and that man said, I said, did that thing just wave at me? 12 years ago, I prayed for this little boy.
Your tax-deductible donation of $28 sponsors one ultrasound. How many babies can you save? Dial pound 250, say the keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Beck. Preborn.com/Beck. Sponsored by Preborn.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stocks wiping out earlier gains and ending lower on this last trading day for the month after the White House said that President Trump would put in place 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico and 10% tariffs on goods from China effective on Saturday. Big tech stocks were mixed. Apple erased earlier gains on a positive forecast as tariff woes weighed on its shares. However, Facebook parent Meta Platforms notched its 7th straight record close, while both Google and Palantir Technologies rose to all-time highs. The Dow down 337 points. The Nasdaq lower by 54. S&P 500 down 31. Shares of Walgreens Boots Alliance tumbled over 10%. The struggling pharmacy chain said that it would suspend its quarterly dividend. Walgreens says it needs the cash due to litigation and debt refinancing. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
I'm Charles Payne. Listen to my Unstoppable Prosperity podcast so I can get you making money right now. 35 years on Wall Street taught me how to successfully invest in the stock market. In my 4-part series, I'm going to teach you too. Some of Fox Business's finest join me to help tell my story, impart crucial lessons from my Unstoppable Prosperity book, and to give you the tools to achieve your own financial dreams.
Listen anytime, everywhere at foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Lincoln County has seen tremendous growth, and especially in residential, but along with that brings commercial development opportunities. Meyer & Company Real Estate's really tried to focus, and a lot of my direct focus has been on how can we bring good growth to our area, bring the services that we need. I think there has been a lot of interest by commercial developers to come and bring projects to, and we're right in the middle of it. There is a lot of interest in multifamily apartments or villas. Bottom line, not everybody can afford to buy a new house or find a place of their own on acreage. We really do have a need for multifamily and rental properties, whether it's a retail type operation. We're trying to attract those type businesses to the area as well.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
A stunning blockbuster trade overnight in the NBA as ESPN reported that the Los Angeles Lakers are trading Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic. The full trade, the Lakers get Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Mavericks get Davis, Max Christie, and the Lakers' 2029 first-round draft pick. As part of the deal, the Utah Jazz also gets Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 draft picks. Among the reactions from all over the sports world, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback and Texas native Patrick Mahomes, who tweeted, quote, "Wait, what? I'm sick right now," unquote. Anyway, in college basketball on Saturday night, John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks upset number 12 Kentucky 89-79 at Rupp Arena.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center. Online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy. Getting down to 39 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 60s. Broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the lower 40s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 46. In Warrenton it's 44 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, good Sunday morning. We are live in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and this is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. I am Sarge, along with my cohort this morning. He is the superfan. He's the nematode. Nelly! He is Tim Williams. And also in studio with us, we have none other than the one and only, coming in from injury. He is the Wild Man, Jeff Wild.
You got the Wild Man, Jeff Wild. Glad to be here in the studio with you two fine gentlemen.
It is good to see you. It's been a while since you've been here with us. I've got to ask you before we jump into anything. The last time that we saw you was back in December at the Christmas Bash Spectacular, the last event of 2024 for NWA World League Wrestling. Mm-hmm. And you had a match with Superstar Steve.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, he was coming off of losing the NWA WLW Heavyweight Championship to the Grand Regent, Camaro Jackson. And your guys' match, unfortunately for yourself, didn't last very long. However, after that match was over with, Superstar Steve doing those dastardly deeds.
Heinous attack.
Heinous attack, yes, very much so. Coming off that second rope with your leg in a chair And I've got to ask, the first question out the gate, my friend, is how are you feeling and how is the ankle coming along?
It's coming along quite well. I would not, definitely would not say that I'm at 100%, but I'm a little more than half. I'd say probably a good 70-80% of what it was. I think anger will carry me the rest of the way.
So no trip to the doctor, surgery, screws in the ankle, nothing along those lines then. Huh?
No screws in the ankle.
Okay.
I definitely did have to go to the doctor and get an x-ray to see if it was broken, but thankfully it wasn't.
Thank
Now,
goodness.
at the time, I didn't really know because everything came down with so much force. I felt a pop, and I was very...
But you couldn't put any weight on it whatsoever.
No, not at the time. It swelled up, it bruised up, it did all that stuff, but thankfully it did not break.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
And then there was a heinous attack by the champion, Skylar Sparks, that she kicked the crutch out.
I was about to bring that up. What is going on between you and Skylar Sparks?
Apparently she doesn't
beef
like
there?
me.
I don't understand why not.
Or she's real territorial about crutches.
I don't think it was really... I don't think it was really you per se. I'll even say it probably wasn't even me when that stuff happened with me. It's just Skylar Sparks upset.
She's got a lot of anger.
A lot of anger built up and still built up with everything that has gone on with her over the last year or so. And, you would think, excuse me, you would think with her now having the NWA World League Wrestling, a ladies division championship, that she would be a little bit happier. She has been going all over the country actually, and defending that championship, defense after defense. But she is not. She is just, every time I see her, every time you see her, every time anybody sees her, she's more ruthless than she was the last time we saw her.
I mean, if there's psychiatrists out there for anger management. I mean, shoot, come on.
Hey, I'm not going that far. I'm just saying she's more ruthless.
She is mean girl.
You ever see the movie Tombstone?
Sure.
When Doc Holliday's talking about Johnny Ringo.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah. And he just goes, Johnny was born with a great big old hole right through the middle of him. And he can never kill enough or steal enough or inflict enough pain to ever fill it. Maybe that's what's going on with Skylar Sparks.
It could be.
Hurt people. Mm-hmm. And Skylar Sparks has been hurt in the past, and she's going to make it everyone else's problem.
She definitely has been. And speaking of Skylar Sparks, we're going to talk about her again here in just a moment, because and before we really get going, I got to remember to say this part real quick. I'm always forgetting sometimes. The video right now is up on the News Radio KYRO's Facebook page, Traveling East Productions YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook page. Go like and subscribe. Of course, also on the Uncensored Wrestling Talks Facebook page as well. UW Talk KYRO on X now too. And the video broadcast of the shows here on KYRO are brought to you in partnership with Traveling East Productions and made possible by Safe Harbor Insurance, Blue Line Lawn Care and Landscaping, Original Crow Feather Crystal Healing Jewelry, and Pickle on the Run. Yum, yum, get you some. You can find those awesome businesses on Facebook, Instagram, and X as well. Now, with that being said, the business is out of the way. February the 8th, 1 week from yesterday, 6 days away, it will be NWA World League Wrestling Show Out at the Race Wrestling Arena. Tickets are on sale right now. Don't wait. I've said this so many times till I'm blue in the face, and people still don't listen. Do not wait till the last second to get your tickets. Don't wait till the day of, because you know what? You're probably going to be on the outside looking in through the door.
Exactly. I mean, it's February. You're going to be left out in the cold, as they like to say.
Yep.
Well, hopefully it won't be too cold next weekend. But we've got some awesome matches lined up right now for this card, and let's go ahead and talk about some of these, because as we were speaking of Skylar Sparks will be in action on February the 8th, as she will be taking on a person that I think started all of this transformation, I guess you could call it.
It's the beginning of the crutch saga.
Right. Exactly. Cameron Bernay. Now, here's the stipulation to this. If Cameron Bernay wins, she will get a shot at the NWA WLW Ladies Championship, and that will occur at Fort Leonard Wood at Salute to the Service 3 on February the 22nd, 2 weeks later. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, and I think Cameron's going to come in with Blaze of Fire, and I think she's going to win.
She could very well.
It wouldn't surprise me either way. Skylar is one mean customer, so she could get the better of Cameron, but Cameron's an incredibly talented athlete. So, I mean, to be fair, I hope Cameron wins.
Well, I can understand why that.
I'll say this. I will say this. To be fair, as you like to say, Cameron Bernay, before the match starts, she better look under the ring. She better go all four sides and make sure that crutch isn't under there or crutches. Something else that can be used. Mm-hmm. Because the first moment of adversity, I guess you could say, Skylar Sparks has no qualms about reaching up underneath and grabbing something and using it to her advantage.
Yep.
So be careful, Cameron Bernay. That's all I got to say on that one. Be careful. But if she gets that win, she will get a shot at the championship 2 weeks later at Fort Leonard Wood. And we'll talk about that show here in just a few moments. We've got a newcomer coming to World League Wrestling. His name is Brandon Beretta. However, the man that he will be facing that night on February the 8th is a person that is trying to get back on the winning side of the track. He is a Triple Crown winner. Most recently, the NWA World League Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. And, of course, I'm speaking of the Deliverer, Moses.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest take of this is, that's a tough task to be coming into against Moses. I mean, Moses has been pretty much a stallion in NWA, WLW for years.
Absolutely.
So, the question is Moses going to come in with that fight he needs? Because I think the last few matches he's tried, but he's came up short.
He has come up short, and he's quite frustrated about it all.
Yeah.
And before we can keep getting too further into it, I do want to say on the Facebook feeds, please join us with with the conversations that we're going to be having today. Join in your conversations with your questions, what have you. And already we've got someone in the Facebook, Sherry Harley, saying, "Good morning, Uncensored Wrestling Talk." So right back at you, Miss Harley. Good morning to you. We hope that you're having a great Sunday morning and going to have a great day today. Now, this match, I'm really, truly looking forward to. This is a colossal match between two mountain men, I would say. You've got the monstrous Mike Maverick, who you, Jeff Wild, are no stranger to.
No, I know Mike.
Because at the Race Wrestling Academy, you both came up through there together, basically. And you've had some run-ins with him during training that you live to tell the tale, but I think you would say got a few bruises and bumps from it all. He will be taking on one member of Dysfunction, Big Jack Parker Jr., the muscle of Dysfunction. And I've said this before. He He's got fists the size of sledgehammers, and this is another person that Jeff Wild, you're no stranger to.
I'm not a
You've
stranger
had
to
some
Jeff
mix-ups
Parker
with him
Jr.
in the ring.
I know exactly how his hands feel. Mike's a big, strong man, and Jack Parker's a big, strong man, and it's gonna be a great match to see those two go at it.
I hope they reinforce the ring a little bit on that one.
Two trains are going to collide that
Brock
night.
Lesnar, Braun Strowman broke the ring.
Right.
Well, we'll see. I'll tell you, Mike's drop kicks feel like you got hit by a shotgun. It's terrible. It'll fly. Like I've been drop kicked by Mike, and it's like being shot across the ring.
Wow.
But Mike needs to have eyes in the back of his head, because where there's one dysfunction, there's probably
three.
2 or 3 more.
Well, we're going to get to that here in a moment, too. But first off, I've got to say that the brand new World League Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, Raheem De La Suede. He will be in action as he will be taking on the Natural, Atlas Armstrong. We've seen young Mr. Armstrong at their arena a few times now. What's your guys' thought on the Natural's chances against the Junior Heavyweight Champion?
None. I'm sorry.
Wow. He just flat out put it out there. None.
Suede is just too sweet. I mean, he's hot. He is hot. He's going to do everything. Yes. No. Suede is going to come out, dominate, win cleanly, and walk home.
Hey, nothing what he said's a lie. However, Atlas has got a truckload of heart, and you can't ever count him out.
And you can't teach that part.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Experience will win out on this one.
Yeah, well, you might be right on that one. You might be right, but you never know. We've seen weirder things happen.
Atlas,
right.
Atlas is a fiery competitor. He hasn't
slip out a banana peel,
spirit.
you know.
Hey, that's what happened with the Door to Destiny Rumble. It was Raheem and the Grand Regent Camaro Jackson, the last two, and Raheem slipped on a banana peel.
Yep.
And got thrown over the top rope by Camaro Jackson. So it's happened before. It could happen again.
It could.
It could. I'm just saying, it could.
Hey, that's why we have the matches. See who wins.
That's right. And then we've got tag team action that night. It will be Blazing Guns. The Blazing Guns. The Sergeant at Arms, Blade Lennox, and his tag team partner, the astonishing Austin Mulitalo.
Future best wrestler alive.
What?
Future best wrestler alive.
Future best wrestler. Okay. Again, two men that, Jeff Wild, you are quite familiar with.
Oh, yeah. Good friends with both of them.
They will be taking on a couple more guys that you are kind of familiar with. They are the tag team champions, Dysfunction. And, of course, I'm speaking of Brandon Espinoza and Kyle Roberts. And, again, as you guys mentioned a few moments ago, where there's a couple of members of Dysfunction, you might as well figure that all of the members of Dysfunction are going to be there. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head and be completely focused on what you've got in front of you, though, at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's a tall task.
Yep.
Hopefully
Absolutely
they've got a
is.
game plan in the back of their head what they're going to do, because there's going to be outside interference on that match.
Absolutely, there is. You can't trust Dysfunction to ever have an up-and-up match. But the Smoking Guns, they're both young and in the prime of their lives.
Guns, I love it.
And they're the blazing guns.
They're the smoking, blazing guns.
Well, if I remember right, the Smoking Guns were actually the Gun Brothers, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Billy and Bart.
Billy
Yes.
and Bart. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, because they
That's old
remind me
school.
of them.
They remind you of
Because
them.
they're
Okay.
just that talented.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I love the Blazing Guns. I'm so excited to see them take on Dysfunction. I think they're the ones with the that have the ability to take those titles off them. I believe that about them, and I think they're going to go out there and prove it. But
And I do believe that is for the tag team championship.
I thought it was.
I thought it
So-
was not, but I'm not.
I believe it is. I believe that it is.
Then it's for the titles. Then they're
we'll
gonna
find
win
out
the
for
titles.
sure
Okay.
and let everybody know.
Yeah.
But they were supposed, because it was supposed to have been a tag team championship match back in January,
Right.
or a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, when we got all that bad weather that came in, all that snow and everything like that postponed everything, and then ended up being completely canceled because of the crazy weather.
Right.
The weather.
And of course, if you look out the window now, it's all gone.
It's all gone.
It's
now.
all gone.
It's practically spring out. Yeah. So I guess I'm not sure either. It could go either way.
We will find out. But as I said before, get your tickets right now. They are on sale. Do not wait till the day of, because if you do, you might be on the outside looking in. And also, tickets are on sale right now for February the 22nd at Fort Leonard Wood at the Davidson Fitness Center. Salute to the Service 3. And seeing the poster for this thing, I don't know for 100%, but on that poster, Aaron Stevens, the manager of Champions, is on that poster. I'm wondering, is he coming? And then also, the NWA Tag Team Champions, Trevor Murdoch and his partner Mike Knox, are both on that poster. So it could very well be those two gentlemen showing up again. And Trevor was there last year when he tag teamed with Blade Lennox, with his debut for World League Wrestling.
Yep.
And going up against Dysfunction. So ever since Blade Lennox has started, it may not be every single show, but there's been a lot of shows where he's had some major run-ins with
Absolutely.
Dysfunction.
Yep.
And so February the 8th might be that retribution day.
Yep.
Coming
Blade-
for both.
Blade knows these competitors well, all of them, and so does Austin.
That's
Both
right.
Highly athletic, highly talented individuals. If I were a betting man, which I am, personally, my money is on the Blazing Guns.
He's betting the house, folks.
Betting the house. All in.
Betting the house. All in. Okay. We will see what happens
I
there.
believe in the Blazing Guns and the Smoking Guns.
And the smoking guns, too. Well, you know what? Where there's blazing guns, those guns are going to be smoking.
They have to. Where there's smoke,
That's right.
There's a gun.
And there's
blazing.
There's a gun.
Hey, we are up against our first break of the hour. We're going to go ahead and take that, and when we get back, we're just going to jump right back into some more right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk right after this.
New and used firearms, gun repair, and all types of outdoor accessories on Main Street in downtown Winfield. Black Flag Outfitters. Check us out on Facebook or stop by at 203 Main Street in Winfield. 636-358-0992. The question of natural disasters isn't a matter of if, but a matter of when. You see, we live in Missouri and the weather is always changing. We have major ice storms, tornadoes, hail, we have all kinds of things. And it's important to make sure that your home, auto, business, whatever it is that you have is properly insured to protect you from natural disasters. Go and talk to my friends Dave and Holly over at Safe Harbor Insurance. Do what I did and save hundreds of dollars. Give them a call at 636-668-6296 or find them on Facebook.
Award-winning severe weather coverage when it counts. 24/7 from News Radio 105.3, 1280 AM. Powered by the Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Depend on it.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live in the Gateway Fiber studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Also on all of our feeds, the KYRO Facebook feed, Traveling East Productions Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, go like, subscribe, and of course on the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook feed as well. And on X, UW Talk, KYRO. I am again joined this morning by this super fan. He is the Nematode Nelly, Tim Williams. And of course, sitting next to him and across from me, he is the Wild Man. He's Jeff Wild.
The Wild Man's here for you, baby, and I love to be here with you two fine gentlemen.
Now, before we move on, I do want to make a note again that on February the 22nd. Salute to the service. Number 3. Again, the last 2 times that we've been down there, it has progressively gotten louder and louder and more people. So if you're wanting to go, don't wait around on those tickets either. But if Cameron Bernay picks up the win over Skylar Sparks on February the 8th, next Saturday, she will get a shot at the NWA World League Wrestling Ladies Division Championship against Skylar Sparks at that event. And that is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think, like I said before, Cameron Bernay is going to come out with the victory, and then she's going to challenge for that women's championship.
Yeah, it's quite a match to watch, and that just gives this one so much meaning because in order to get that shot at Salute Service, she's got to beat Skylar at this show.
For sure. Absolutely. Now, I know that all 3 of us watched, not together, unfortunately, but, we watched the Royal Rumble last night. And some pretty cool stuff going on last night.
Yeah, it was a good event.
It was a good Rumble.
I would give that one, as far as Rumbles go, I would give that one a 9 out of 10, 9.2 out of 10.
Yeah,
it was a solid.
I really
it was a
enjoyed
solid night of wrestling action.
Yeah, and it kept moving and everything. You didn't know who was going to come out next, and then there's a few surprises, and there's some that wasn't a surprise
for sure.
But no, overall, it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling.
Now, the first match that was on last night, of course, was the Women's Royal Rumble, and one of those surprise entrants. There was rumors going around that she was going to show up, and sure enough, she did. And of course, I'm speaking at coming out at number 21 was none other than Alexa Bliss.
Yes, I love seeing Alexa Bliss back. I mean, I've been waiting for her to come back. The rumors were she's back, she's going to come back, she's not back, she's going to come back. And when she showed up last night, I popped really hard for her.
Yeah, over the last couple of months, it's been a back and forth type deal for that. So, and she's also a recent mother,
right?
So home, taking care of the newborn and everything like that. Priorities, my friend, priorities. But she is back in the. It seems to be that she is back in the fold. But Jeff, I've got to ask you, Mr. Wildman, do you think with the way that she came out, with her having the face paint on, the crazy eye mascara and the carrying the doll like she had before, does she join Wyatt 6?
I think that's the natural step for her to join the Wyatt 6. She's a part of the Wyatt family. They should be together, and that's, she had such a close connection with the Fiend. I think it's only the natural step that she joins the Wyatt 6.
With her position with the Fiend and everything, it kind of makes me wonder if she's going to take control of the Wyatt 6.
Another comment in the Facebook feed from our resident referee, HD Daniels. Of course, he's not here this morning because he was in Indianapolis last night to watch the Rumble live with his son, which I'm sure that was an awesome experience for the both of them. He's got one word for us right now, for the moment, and that is yeet.
I'll do the Big Jim.
Another surprise entrant last night at number 23, and I was totally surprised by this one. I did not see this one coming. Trish Stratus showed up.
Yeah, I mean, she looked good. That was kind of one of those, I didn't even have her on my radar of being there at the event last night, but it was good to see Trish. A little bit of satisfaction.
What do you guys think, though? Is this a one-off?
I think it's a one-off.
You think it's a one-off?
I mean, I don't know if her heart's in it that much anymore to do another long run. I mean, she had a program with Becky Lynch, and then it just kind of, when Lynch left, she left, and,
I don't know. Jeff, what do you think?
Who knows? You go through for one, I hope I'm not in that good a shape when I'm in my 50s. I just really hope so. And two,
hey, I will be the first to say I am in my 50s and I am not in that good of shape.
I'm in my
as good a
30s
shape
and
as she's in.
I'm not as good a shape
because she really looks like like that she could go another 5 years if she wanted to. So, to be quite honest about it.
Yeah, it's all, how you get up and feel every day. But I'm sure if she gets up and feels pretty good, she's at least going to do a couple matches.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
I think if it gets the right opponents, I think it'd be great to see.
I would like to see. No, of course, you mentioned that she had a program with Becky Lynch, but I would love to see her mix it up with some of the younger talent, like Tyra Valkyrie, Valkyria, or Julia, or Stephanie Vacure, somebody along, or even Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, Roxanne Perez, like that. I think that's kind of your perfect next match. I
think you're right.
Well, Did you see how long Roxanne lasted?
Oh my goodness, it was great.
It was awesome.
I thought, number 3. Do we have another winner from number 3?
Hey,
and
if
she
you
lasted
finish
a long
number
time.
3 in a Rumble, it means you're gonna go places, guaranteed.
Now we're not going to give the ending away quite yet for those that
missed
spoiler alerts. It's coming, all right, for those that missed it. But number 27 in the men's side of the Royal Rumble is a really good number. There's been a lot of winners coming out in number 27. And last night, Charlotte Flair came out and received pyro for her Royal Rumble entrance. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, the return of the Queen.
Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah. Return of the Queen.
Return of the Queen, yeah.
I'm ready to get back on the Charlotte Flair train.
Me too.
Start wooing my way down
the 3 of us. That makes 3
we
of
all
us.
can start
for sure.
wooing our way down the tracks.
Absolutely.
Woo.
And I'm going to write down, I'm going to go back and watch it again because she's got a little saying, like her, just like her daddy did back in the day. Now she's got a saying that she's got, and it's a good one. It's a good one. So another complete. Excuse me. I know that it had been talked about during the week that she had been seen in Indianapolis towards the end of the week, but I was still surprised to see her as an entrant. And of course, I'm speaking of the one that came out at the very end, number 30, Nikki Bella.
Yeah, I mean, I was completely shocked on that one. I didn't hear the rumors that she was even in town, and just to see her come out, and I was happy to see that.
Yeah, me too. I was absolutely happy to see her, and I, just like Tim, I didn't know she was coming out at all.
Well, I had seen some reports that several people were seen around town, but with Nikki Bella, she kind of falls into that same status as Trish Stratus. Does she stick around for longer than just the Rumble? To have maybe one more go at it, one more run at it. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
because I'm not opposed to it.
I'm not opposed to it, but the women in WWE right now are stacked.
Oh, they are. Absolutely.
Where are you going to even put her?
That's a good question.
I don't think she should be challenging for a championship. It'd be great if she, have a few programs with some of the younger ones. I like that idea, but I don't see it lasting.
Yeah.
Yep. Max 3 matches that she'll do after this is my prediction. I'll be even a little bit surprised if it's more than one. I think she'll probably come out and do one more match, and that'll probably
maybe a match at WrestleMania.
Maybe a match at WrestleMania.
Maybe another match at SummerSlam. Maybe something in between there as well to go through that with that 3-match theory that you've got going. I could dig that.
Yeah,
I could dig that. Now, with Charlotte Flair, of course, she won the Royal Rumble last night.
Spoilers. We're in the spoilers now.
That is the spoiler.
That's a spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it, you got to go back and watch it because it was an amazing event. But before I really jump into Charlotte real quick, because I'm going to bring something up about her, Nia Jax absolutely dominated last night. She had a whopping nine eliminations.
Almost a third.
And she was finally upended by the eventual winner, Charlotte Flair. She was one of the last 3 ladies left in the ring, along with Roxanne Perez. But with Charlotte Flair, we texted about this a little bit last night, Superfan. I got it in my bones. I've got to believe that she goes after Tiffany Stratton to go after that belt.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I mean, mainly because we've seen her go with Rhea Ripley 2 or 3 WrestleManias.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's probably going to go towards the Tiffy time and Tiffany Stratton.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. A little bit of a change of pace.
Right.
A little bit of a change of pace. Jeff, what do you think?
Oh, I think it's absolutely going to be Tiffany. Just because, here's the thing. Who would you like to see Charlotte Flair punch more?
Now,
I'd rather see her punch Tiffy.
With that being said, I want you guys to think about this. Don't answer right this second, because we're going to go to a break here in a moment, and we'll jump right into it. In the beginning of March, on March the 1st to be exact, it will be the Elimination Chamber, which I am guessing there is going to be a women's Elimination Chamber match.
Mm-hmm.
And that winner would face Rhea Ripley if Charlotte Flair picks Tiffany Stratton. What I want you guys to do is think about those 6 entrants, and when we come back, we'll talk about that and maybe come up with the 6 that we would like to see inside that match. And that'll happen right after these messages.
Hey everybody, it's the Burgundy. Today we're at Alternative Automotive and we're with Jerry Hinke. Jerry is kind of a YouTube and Facebook star because he does these very informative videos that he puts on social media. Jerry, one of the things that hit me, it's the holidays. They forget about doing things. One of the most important things that they can do to prolong the life of their car is keep their oil changed.
Absolutely. Maintenance is the most important thing you can do to the car to make it last. You don't have to change your oil. We'll change your engine for you, but it's a lot easier to change your oil.
Why is it so important?
The oil breaks down over time. Gasoline engine has blow-by that goes by the rings, or the explosion happens inside the engine. Particles go down in your oil, and oil does 2 things. It lubricates and it absorbs carbon. Carbon builds up in the oil. If you have more carbon than you do lubrication properties, it's just going to start eating the metal products it's protecting.
Alternative Automotive, located at 542 Mansion Road, Winfield, just a short drive from everywhere. Keep your car healthy. Bring it to Alternative Automotive today. 542 Mansion Road, or call 368-8267. Give them a like on Facebook.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's farm auction and acreage expert Dan Stokes.
You know, Meyer & Company's been in the business for over 40 years. We specialize in things called 1031 exchanges, so we're very versed in how to exchange farm ground for other farm ground. So it's something that we do on a daily basis, and we really enjoy doing it.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
It's still a pretty strong seller's market. Dollars per acre is still high. If you're able to connect with a good agent and you can find something off market, we do that all the time, and you know, we're able to still get some deals out there here and there.
Dan Stokes.
You can either call my cell phone at 314-971-0654, or you can call the brokerage at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
The Olean Livestock Market is now the Olean Regional Stockyards and under new ownership. The Olean Regional Stockyards will be holding sales every Monday at 12 noon. For consignment and trucking needs, call Hayden Hurst at 573-690-2705 or Dusty Roberts at 417-298-9755. The Olean Regional Stockyards, same location, 56 Highway FF in Eldon. Our new ownership allows us to make improvements to our facility while maintaining familiarity to our customers. We can't wait to serve you. The Olean Regional Stockyards, the best destination for cattle buyers and sellers.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center. Online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy. Getting down to 39 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 60s. Broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the lower 40s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 46. In Warrenton it's 44 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. It is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We've got about 16 minutes, 30 seconds before the top of the hour. This hour is going by so fast already.
It's going too fast.
But we are live in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I am Sarge. He is Superfan. The Nematode Nelly. He's Tim Williams. And, of course, also in the studio this morning, we have the one and only, he is the Wild Man. He's Jeff Wild.
Thank you so much. The Wild Man is here with you two fine gentlemen, and I am very thankful to be on your show today. I love it.
and with you being here, we were just talking about the commercial that plays here on the radio station. And I'm going to, as a treat for you, and as a treat to all the listeners that have not heard that commercial, we're going to play that, and we're going to play it right now.
You got the Wild Man here for Arnie Homes, a local family-owned business with over 30 years in building quality crafted homes. If you're in Lincoln, St. Charles, or Warren counties, accept no substitutes. We'll build on your land or ours. Arnie is suplexing hidden costs right out of here. Customers said it's a home you never want to leave and want to pass down for generations. So if you want your home to be the heavyweight champion of your neighborhood, get yourself to ArnieCustomHomes.com.
That is such an awesome commercial. Such a great job to you, Jeff Wild. That was cool.
My mother always said I have a face for radio.
So did my father.
You two have the face and I have the voice. We're good to go.
That's right.
You know, when we last left, before this last break, we were talking about the upcoming event that's going to happen on March the 1st, the Elimination Chamber. There should be a women's Elimination Chamber match during that show. And if Charlotte Flair, who won the Royal Rumble last night, picks Tiffany Stratton, this Elimination Chamber match winner would face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas in April. So, 6 contestants for that match. Mm-hmm. Who do you guys have? Who would you like to see in that match to compete for a shot at Rhea Ripley?
All right, so first one, and I think it's pretty obvious as dominant as she was last night, is Nia Jax.
Nia Jax, okay.
I still think the thorn in the side should still be in there for Rhea, which is Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to a newcomer to be in there too, Roxanne Perez.
Okay.
He's stolen all mine.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, hang on.
Because you're looking at.
I'm stopping you here.
You're looking at my sheet.
I didn't have anything
I'm stopping you here. Jeff Wild. He's named 3. You named 3.
I don't want to make any dumb mistakes about who's on Raw.
No.
Or
Don't
SmackDown.
give him your sheet.
But I would personally, I would always say Io Sky. I always want to see her in there.
Io Sky. Okay.
And we haven't talked about her at all. And I'd just like to see her in the WWE is Jordynne Grace.
Jordynne Grace. She had she showed up for the Royal Rumble last night, and I think she had a really great showing last night.
Was she on your list?
Yes, she was.
Okay. Hey, that's okay. It's all
Trying
good.
not to copy.
But we need one more. That's 5.
Okay.
We need one more contestant for this thing. Who would you like to see? Right now we've got Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, Jordynne Grace, and anyone you want.
I can't. I mean, I'd probably say
Yeah, you, Jeff. I'm talking to you, buddy. He's gone quiet on us,
It's such
folks.
a hard decision. Who else? Who else came back?
Trish Stratus.
I think Trish Stratus would be really good in there. I think Alexa Bliss would be really good in there.
Okay.
Well,
I was gonna let you just bring. I wasn't gonna pull it out of you.
All right.
So, okay, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Io Sky, Jordan Grace, and Alexa Bliss. Now, out of those 6 ladies, who is the last one standing? Who wins the Elimination Chamber match and goes on to face Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas?
Well, I'm sure HD and I would probably agree with this one wholeheartedly because we've been on the bandwagon for this gal for a while.
Yeah.
It's none other than Jordan Grace.
Who you both picked for, being the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble last night.
Mhm.
And it's not a bad pick. I'm not saying that, but you guys were wrong and I was right. Just putting it out there.
We said we'd like to see her, but we expected Charlotte to win.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, okay. Go back and listen to the tapes.
I have many times already. Jeff Wild, what do you think?
It's definitely what I would like to see. I would like to see Jordan Grace versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania.
It would be an awesome match, that's for sure.
I think that's the match the fans want. Who is actually going to win, though? I don't think you can ever count Nia Jax out of any kind of match like this.
Especially some of that physical.
Yeah. But if in this card that we've made, it'd be hard to count Jordan Grace out of it. It'd be hard to count any of these ladies out of it, but you can't discount experience. If we got Trish Stratus in there, she's a threat. She's a threat to any one of them.
The one that really stands out to me as being the dark horse, and it would be an upset. I truly 100% honestly believe it would be an upset, but I would go with her. Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
I think she could pull it off.
That'd be a big shock, but yeah, it'd be great.
I mean, she's been carrying NXT for a while now, and now she's kind of passing the torch a little bit, and it's time for her to come up to the main roster. And what a better way to showcase your talent to win something like that.
For sure. Absolutely. All right, now with all that, let's move on to the next match that happened after the Women's Royal Rumble, which was the tag team match for the World Championships. Of course, it's DIY, the champions, Johnny Gargano, Mr. Wrestling, and WLW's own Tommaso Ciampa.
Exactly.
The champs, defending those belts against Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Gun. I thought that was a really, really great tag
real
team
solid match.
Yeah.
Old school wrestling, nice. It was really nice turns and twists in it, and I like the end.
What led to the first pinfall? I had never seen this before. I don't know about you guys, but I had never seen where there was a trick tag that confused Motor City Machine Gun, leading to DIY scoring that very first pinfall.
That was very well played out.
Yes. Hey, everything's fair game and part of the game.
That's right.
You gotta have your head out for everything.
That's absolutely correct. And MCMG, they battled back though to tie the match with a Skull and Bones on Johnny Gargano, and then we get towards the end of the match, and 2 men appeared in black hoodies, and at first, honestly, I thought it was going to be unveiled as Pretty Deadly.
Right.
However, it was not Pretty Deadly, and these 2 hooded men, they cost first MCMG, Motor City Machine Guns, the tag team titles.
Yep.
Shockingly, the one that got up on the ring apron near, I believe it was Alex Shelley, that was getting up on the top rope, getting ready to do that double move. He hit him with a crutch, another doggone crutch.
Can't get away from the crutch.
And bent that sucker like you wouldn't believe. And that caused DIY to be able to pick up the win.
Last pin.
But then, shockingly, those two men took off their hoodies, and it was shown to be the Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, and then something that struck me wild was
Can't say patent pinning.
I love it. They attacked DIY.
Mm-hmm.
Now, fans cheered the tag team as they raised those titles up over DIY, but I've got to think they're doing this to become bad guys, right? To be a heel team doing the dastardly deed. However, they tried this before not long ago, like within the last year, and the fans didn't have any of it. They were not having none of it. They continue to cheer the Street Profits.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we saw last night as well. And you know what? To be quite honest, I think that continues to go on. I still think the Street Profits still get cheered.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fans are going to be behind them. The fans want them to kind of... They don't have to do everything perfect anymore. They can maybe do some nefarious things every once in a while. The fans are still going to cheer for them. I think it even goes back to the whole who took out Street Profits the first time, which was probably DIY.
Yeah.
Then
They got old beefs.
Right. So there's a beef with the DIY. They're beef with MC Motor City Machine Guns because they came in and just
they jumped the ladder.
They jumped the line.
Yeah.
Right.
They completely jumped the line. I mean, Motor City Machine Guns won the tag team championships on their third match in the company.
Right.
So, was that fair to the Street Profits?
No, especially since the Street Profits were the one that were, I thought, number one contenders at the time.
Yeah.
Then they got ambushed and couldn't compete for a while.
So I don't
blame them.
I can't say that I blame them either. The frustration building up. But at the same time, is that the best way to go about handling business? Jeff Wild, would you ever do something like that?
Me personally, I would not. I'm just not the kind of guy to attack people when they're not ready for me. That's not something I would do. That being said, I'm a fan of Street Profits. I love me the Street Profits. I want to see them competing for those tag team titles all the time. I'm a huge Montez Ford fan, big Angelo Dawkins fan. I'm just a big fan of them in general. So it's justified enough for me. I got no real, sympathy for DIY or Motor City.
I still got a special place in the heart
for
Tommaso
of course,
Ciampa.
Yeah. I do, but they've been doing some bad stuff too.
They have. They truly have. All right, now here comes the hard question. We've got DIY as the WWE Tag Team Champions over on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Over on Raw, we've got the War Raiders, Ivar and Eric, as the World Tag Team Champions. Which team is better? Is it DIY or is it the War Raiders?
I'm going to go with DIY because they could outwit, outlast, and outplay anybody.
Jeff Watt, what do you
got
think?
The experience of Tommaso Ciampa and the athleticism of Johnny Gargano. It's just a combination you can't really beat. I love DIY too. I mean, still a Street Profits fan, but I love DIY, and I think they're better than the War Raiders.
You know what?
I don't think they blow them out of the water, but I think they are better.
I gotta say this. I know I'm on an island all by myself in this particular moment. However,
plant that flag.
That's okay. There's plenty of coconuts and bananas on the island. The War Raiders with having all that experience that they garnered on the indie scene and over in New Japan, being multi-time tag team champions many different places, to include now the WWE.
They've been everywhere.
The agility of Ivar is off
It's ridiculous.
the charts.
It's not right from a physics perspective.
300 and some odd pound dude doing cartwheels all over the place, and then out of the cartwheel going to clothesline you.
It's not right. It's violation of laws
I
of
gotta
nature.
go with the War Raiders, guys. I really do.
Hey,
but I don't see any competition for the War Raiders on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, they got to do it something on Raw and their tag team division over there. It's pretty weak. You know, you need to. I think the tag team division on SmackDown is so much better, but
yeah,
you got to probably pull somebody over there to try to help bolster it up.
I mean, who else do we have on Monday Night Raw?
You got the Creed brothers.
We do have the Creed brothers. You're right on that. American made.
Still would like to see them pushed a little bit more. They could, handle the strength.
Speaking of the Creed brothers, we've got about a minute, about 50 seconds before we go to the top of the hour. What do you guys think about the Creed brothers being with Chad Gable? Is it working for you or is it not working for you? Real quick.
I think Chad Gable's a great mastermind. He's the kind of guy that can take any tag team and push them to the next level. So I like it.
My only problem is that it's just too goofy at times.
Right. But at least the Creed brothers needed some charisma, and it gives them some charisma.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Hey, we are up against the top of the hour break.
Already.
We are going to be back at about 6 minutes after the top of the hour for the second hour of Uncensored Wrestling Talk, right after the news here on News Radio KYRO.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280 KYRO Troy. It's 11 o'clock in the Heartland.
News, I'm Jack Callahan. Canada retaliating with tariffs on U.S. imports following President Trump slapping tariffs on Canada, China, and Mexico. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau not buying President Trump's claims about illegal drugs coming in from Canada.
Less than 1% of fentanyl, less than 1% of illegal crossings into the United States come from Canada.
The Prime Minister says Canada will place 25% tariffs on $155 billion in U.S. imports. Mexico says it will also respond immediately. Democrats have chosen Ken Martin to be their new party chair.
We're going to have to fight the extremes of Donald Trump while we make a sharp case to families in both red states and blue states about why they should trust us with their votes.
Martin replaces Jamie Harrison, who chose not to seek another term as the Democrat Party's leader. America is listening to Fox News.
So much to celebrate, but the fight has just begun. The fight to fix our nation, the fight for life. They go hand in hand, especially when we see how abortion took center stage in this historic election. That's why we can't stop talking about the Ministry of Preborn. Preborn has rescued over 300,000 babies. How? By loving mothers with an unplanned pregnancy and introducing them to their baby on an ultrasound. Once she sees her baby and hears the heartbeat, her baby's chance at life doubles. Preborn and their network of clinics are on standby for babies and mothers. Meet Deanna.
I'm at the doctor and they do a bedside sonogram. As I'm looking at the sonogram, the baby waves. And I looked and that man said, I said, did that thing just wave at me? 12 years ago, I prayed for this little boy.
Your tax-deductible donation of $28 sponsors one ultrasound. How many babies can you save? Dial pound 250, say the keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Beck. Preborn.com/Beck. Sponsored by Preborn.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Stocks wiping out earlier gains and ending lower on this last trading day for the month after the White House said that President Trump would put in place 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico and 10% tariffs on goods from China effective on Saturday. Big tech stocks were mixed. Apple erased earlier gains on a positive forecast as tariff woes weighed on its shares. However, Facebook parent Meta Platforms notched its seventh straight record close, while both Google and Palantir Technologies rose to all-time highs. The Dow down 337 points, the Nasdaq lower by 54, S&P 500 down 31. Shares of Walgreens Boots Alliance tumbled over 10%. The struggling pharmacy chain said that it would suspend its quarterly dividend. Walgreens says it needs the cash due to litigation and debt refinancing. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
I'm Charles Payne. Listen to my Unstoppable Prosperity podcast so I can get you making money right now. 35 years on Wall Street taught me how to successfully invest in the stock market. In my 4-part series, I'm going to teach you too. Some of Fox Business's finest join me to help tell my story, impart crucial lessons from my Unstoppable Prosperity book, and to give you the tools to achieve your own financial dreams.
Listen anytime, everywhere at foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Trust the professionals at Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Buying or selling, they'll make your dreams come true. Here's commercial property and development expert Rick Meyer.
Oh, it's been a great family business. My dad started the company, and we have been in business a long time. And really what keeps us in business, I think, is just working with our good customers and clients and the relationships that we're able to build. It's really important to us, our agents, to build that relationship, but provide the service to this your local community.
We are the #1 stop in the region for buying and selling residential, commercial, and farm real estate. We've been serving the area for more than 40 years, and we do it with pride.
You can reach us at and look at all our properties at MeyerListings.com. You can also call us at 636-462-5555.
Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions, North Lincoln Drive in Troy, 636-462-5555. Online at MeyerListings.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
It is now all official. The Los Angeles Lakers have traded Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic. The full trade, the Lakers get Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Mavs get Davis, Max Christie, and the Lakers' 2029 first-round draft pick. As part of the deal, the Utah Jazz also gets Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 draft picks. In college basketball on Saturday night, in his return to Rupp Arena, John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks upset number 12 Kentucky 89-79. Elsewhere, the Melbourne, Australia Herald reports that the NFL is going to play 3 regular season games in Australia, starting in 2026 with a matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center. Online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy. Getting down to 39 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 60s. Broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the lower 40s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 46. In Warrenton it's 44 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live in the Gateway Fiber Studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. I'm going to get to it, Tim. Trust me, I'm going to bring it up here in just a second. Got to take care of some business here. Because we just had some stuff that was said that just,
shots were fired over break.
Shots are fired during the break. And we're going to get to it. But, we are live also on the News Radio KYRO's Facebook page, Traveling East Productions Facebook, YouTube, Rumble channels. Go like and subscribe. Also, the Uncensored Wrestling Talk Facebook channel. Also, on X, UW Talk, KYRO, that HD Daniels, our resident referee, takes care of for us. And, of course, the video broadcast of the shows here on KYRO are brought to you in partnership with Traveling East Productions, C.T. Harrison doing such an awesome job over there, making us look good on the video. And those are made possible by Safe Harbor Insurance, Blue Line Lawn Care and Landscaping, Original Crow Feather Crystal Healing Jewelry, and Pickle on the Run. And you can find those businesses on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Now we
don't
get
forget
to,
our main supporter,
of course, World NWA. World League Wrestling is our main sponsor for this show, and we thank them so much for everything that they do for us. It is so very cool to have them on board with us. It has been, they've been on board since day one with us. So very cool stuff. Now let's get to these little comments that were made by Jeff Wild during the break.
Oh, just by Jeff Wild.
Yes, it was just by Jeff Wild.
Because I know
it's not like Troy Aikman's pointed this out.
Superfan
commentary.
The superfan Nematode Nelly. Tim Williams himself is like me. Now he's not a native of there, but I am out of Kansas City.
I was born in Shawnee Mission.
I don't know where that is.
It's on the Kansas side, right next to Kansas City. I was born in Kansas City. Lived a good portion of my life in Kansas City. I've been a Kansas City Chiefs fan my entire life.
That's good. That's good.
Was I a Cardinals fan? Sure, I was a Cardinals fan too when they were here. Was I a Rams fan when the Rams were here in St. Louis? Not so much.
Me neither.
But I've always been a Chiefs fan. We went through some tragically dire, tough times, especially in the mid 70s through the mid 90s, really.
Yeah.
The missed kick by Nick Lowry.
And you don't even bring that up, dude. Don't bring it up. Because now it is just roses, okay?
Right.
It is red roses, full bloom, next week on Sunday, February the 9th, right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM. Yeah. They are going for the three-peat against the team that they started the three-peat with, the Philadelphia Eagles. And Jeff Wild, you said something that just really deserves a chair shot again.
That everyone knows.
This time upside the noggin. You said that the refs are cheating for them.
That's not quite what I said. What I said was a lot of calls go their way.
A lot of calls go other teams' way as well. A lot of calls don't get called.
Here's, a lot of holding calls on Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my gosh!
So here's the thing.
Are you just so angry that your Colts just are bad? That you've got to.
I would be angry if my team was the Colts too.
Right.
Yeah, I would be even angrier if my team was the Chicago Bears. Burgundy. But no. There is no rigging.
There is no conspiracy.
There is no conspiracy. There is none of that stuff going on.
I never said anything about a conspiracy theory. Here's the thing: when you're kind of the GOAT going on, the GOAT du jour in the NFL, you get a lot of calls that go your way. Tom Brady got a lot of calls that went his way.
Okay, wait, I'm stopping you right now. I'm stopping you right now because with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, I'm going to say this. They were the heels. They did a lot of cheating.
Right.
The Spygate and the Deflategate and all of that kind of stuff.
Are you saying the Chiefs are cheating too?
Well, at what point did I say that? I'll give you a hint. It's never.
Just making sure that you're
comparing
us to Tom Brady.
No, I'm saying
or Mahomes to Tom Brady.
When you're the GOAT du jour, you get a lot of calls that go your way. It happens, and not just with Tom Brady. It happened with Peyton Manning when he was.
I don't believe that.
I think the refs in general give a lot of credence.
So is that how the Colts won their championships because of Peyton Manning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will say
and he was cheating and all that.
What you jumped to really inflammatory language. What I said is a lot of calls go their way.
I will say this. I will say this much. today's
I'm actually
football.
kind of a Raiders fan in the.
Oh, good God, Raiders!
Can we get a new guest?
We can.
They're about to be the best division in football, the AFC West.
I guarantee.
With Pete
I do
Carroll
agree
coming
with you
on
that
as the
one.
Raiders head coach.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that one. Jim Harbaugh,
Jim Harbaugh,
the head coach of the San Diego Chargers or the Los Angeles Chargers, I
and
should
Sean
say.
Payton and the Broncos. They're the best coached division in football now.
I gotta agree with you on that one.
I'll agree with you on that
I
one.
don't have a visceral hate for the Kansas City Chiefs.
It sure sounds like it.
Or wait until
my
Sean
team's
Patrick
pretty
gets
much
here
irrelevant.
on the show.
There's
That man has a visceral hate for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep. I think their defense is absolutely stellar this year. That was the thing when people were complaining about the Texans game. The Chiefs?
Yes, I don't.
The Chiefs have a great defense.
My friend,
When you get 9 sacks in a playoff game, you have a great defense.
we got lucky. We really got lucky with that one.
I mean,
8 sacks in that game, yeah, but and that wasn't against the Bills. That was against the Texans.
Yeah.
And Karlaftis got 3 of those, but they got lucky that day. I'll be the first one to admit it because during the year,
I mean, then you'd have to make the case of being getting lucky all year on defense.
we have been. That's what I was about to say. We've been lucky all year. That's one of the Achilles heels for Kansas City over the last several years has been our defense.
Used to be. And
I don't think it's luck. I think Spags actually dials up the right play
Spags
at
we
the
trust,
right
right?
time.
Good. I think they're really well. I think it's the defense that got them to the Super Bowl this year.
Now that I will agree with you on that particular statement because the Chiefs' offense hasn't played up to full expectations yet.
No.
Every single one of their games was 30 points or less during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 of those games actually reached the 30-point mark.
Yeah.
Against the Bills, they did score 32, which is the highest of the game. But you know what? I'm gonna go on a little bit of a limb here, and next weekend, the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles right here on this radio station. It will be broadcasted. The Kansas City Chiefs will complete the three-peat against the Eagles, but it is going to be another high-scoring affair. It will be something along the lines of like a 41-38 score to where the last, again, play of the game will come down to a kick by Harrison Butker for the field goal win. And there it is.
He's put it out there.
Now, with that being said, let's get back to wrestling. This is uncensored wrestling talk, my golly.
And Travis Kelce retires, so we don't have to see.
No, I think he's
he's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. No, because they've got to have the marriage. They've got to have that whole thing go on. And I wouldn't doubt if they did it during a game, to be quite honest. I would not be surprised at halftime or directly after a game. But let's get back to the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
What a brutal match. That ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Championship between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Holy cow.
I don't know how they didn't kill each other on a couple of those chair
gladiator
shots.
match.
I mean, if those two are walking today, kudos to them.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It was brutal.
From the end of the match,
crazy.
Kevin Owens was busted open pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
From that Alabama slammer that he took from Cody Rhodes onto that ladder that was draped between the announce table and the ring. But also from during the entire match, found out during the media scrum last night that Cody Rhodes has got several injuries that he's got to deal with now as well. And there is speculation right now that he may not make it to WrestleMania. which is just crazy.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I mean, it's all part of the game. Like, you're always battling some injury. It's
which you know very well right now.
Right.
It's like you're never 100%. You can go out there and you wrestle anyway. So we'll see where he's at, the extent of his injuries, but like it's tough.
Well, I'm gonna read you guys some of the notes that I took during this one. You know, Cody and Kevin, they brawled throughout the crowd.
Yep.
As both drew comparisons to the late great Dusty Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course those comparisons were obvious in both cases.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cole during that match had announced that that last night's Royal Rumble was the third largest gate in WWE history.
Wow.
Surpassed by only 2 WrestleManias. Now, Owens took out Rhodes with a small stepladder, which reminded me of Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
Which was, referenced by Michael Cole last night. Owens then went mid-risk by getting on top of that little ladder.
Mid-risk is not high-risk.
A dive. I think that would be a low risk, honestly.
Right.
Only to step
it's
off,
almost
though.
as high as the third, turnbuckle.
Not even.
Not even. It
Not
made
even.
it the second one.
It's between the second
and the third. Yeah. So that's low risk. I call that low risk.
It's medium.
But at one point, Rhodes, was dangling 20 feet in the air, hanging on to where the belts were draped on, that hanger, and by getting on top of that ladder. But Owens was able to thwart him, causing him to crash into a pop-up power bomb. Then Rhodes came back by tearing off the bottom rung of that ladder and just beating Owens with it. A tactic that he learned from Wade Barrett, because if you go back,
the match.
exactly, he was announcing that match, but they had a ladder match back in the day where Wade Barrett did that.
Ripped off. Hey, you learn from your opponents.
In the most brutal spot of this match, though, Owens took a back bump on the top edge of that ladder. I think that was even worse than the Alabama Slammer, to be honest.
I thought they were going to stop the match right there.
Yeah.
I mean, ugly.
The fight continued, though, and Rhodes finally snapped, and he bloodied Kevin Owens. And then Sami Zayn came out. And I thought for sure that we were going to get some interference from Sami on behalf of Kevin Owens going after Cody Rhodes. But you know what? Cody countered that package pile driver that Kevin Owens was trying to do on that announce table with an amazing Alabama slam. Went through the ladder, Kevin Owens did, and that's, I think, where he actually really got bloodied.
Yeah,
right.
And then Sami just continued to look on.
Just looked on.
As Cody grabbed the titles for the win. So what an amazingly brutal match for both of these guys.
When Sami came down, I thought for sure Sami was going to interfere and help Kevin Owens win the championship.
I thought so
that's
too. Yeah.
That's the first thought of, but surprisingly enough, he didn't. Now
he didn't.
Where is that going to lead? Is that going to be Kevin's going to come back against Sami for him not helping when he should have helped, or it's like having a friend stab you in the back when you expect them they're going to be there to help you.
Yeah.
Do you really think Kevin Owens wanted Sami Zayn, if he wanted to win by having someone interfere for him?
Kevin Owens doesn't care now. Honestly, I don't think he cares.
A little bit.
As long as his hand is being raised,
that's right.
That's his mentality these days.
I have this blind faith in Kevin Owens. I just always want to see him
after
turn it
everything
around.
that he did to Randy
he's
Orton,
everyone.
Right.
And Cody Rhodes, both of those guys.
I'm like an abused spouse of Kevin Owens in my fandom.
But you know what? I gotta say this as we are coming up close on a break here. I don't fully blame Kevin Owens for being upset and frustrated, because for several years, it was really him and him alone that was fighting the bloodline, fighting Roman Reigns,
fighting Jay, fighting Jimmy.
Yeah, all of them, and to include Sami Zayn at one point.
Yeah, he was fighting Sami
So
Zayn.
then to have Cody Rhodes basically joining forces with Roman Reigns when he did,
Yeah.
it kind of I understand that the feeling of the knife put in the back.
Yeah.
I understand it. I really truly do. But we are up against our first break of the second hour. We're going to go ahead and take it, but when we come back, we are going to now then talk about the main event of last night, which was the men's
main event.
Royal Rumble. Right after this, right here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We'll be right back.
For residential, renovation, remodeling, fireplace services, and installation, call First Due Contracting, LLC.
Hi, this is Matt King. For all your jobs, big and small, call First Due Contracting, LLC at 636-359-6924.
Mounts Plumbing and Construction, the first name in all commercial and residential repairs, as well as new construction. Mounts specializes in sewer cleaning, jetting, water heaters, hydro excavation, sewer camera and locating, mainline jetting and cleaning. There's nothing we can't do. Located in Moscow Mills at 40 Walter Court. Call us at 314-230-9001. That's 314-230-9001. We're the best plumbing company in town. Ask about our senior citizen, military, police, and first responder discounts.
24-hour towing and recovery in Lincoln, Warren, Pike, or St. Charles County. Call B&B Towing, 636-262-3865. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. B&B will be on the way, 636-262-3865.
Well, welcome back to Uncensored Wrestling Talk here, live in the Gateway Fiber studios of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. This morning being joined by the superfan himself, the Nematode Nelly. He is Tim Williams, and of course, back in studio with us again, still mending from that crazy attack from Superstar Steve back at Christmas Bash Spectacular. He is the Wild Man. He is Jeff Wild.
Oh, yeah, the Wild Man's here. He's happy to be here with you fine folks and being listened to by all you out there in radio land.
There you go. And being watched. And being watched on Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and X and every other platform that we can get ourselves on there. Can't forget that. All right, now, last night, main event, the men's Royal Rumble. And I've got to say, to start off that men's Royal Rumble, number one and number two, what a luchador dream moment. Penta and Rey Mysterio. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I've been excited since Penta came over from AEW, so it's going to be good to see how many pushes, but, one thing I cannot stand is they keep calling it the Mexican Destroyer.
Well, that is because it is the Mexican Destroyer.
It's a Canadian Destroyer.
Wrong answer.
Now,
they were doing it in Mexico before they did it in Canada. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, when you do it in Mexico and before then it's Mexican Destroyer.
That's
Why
right.
not just the Destroyer?
No, because it's from Mexico.
It's antiquated with what they do down there.
It's beautiful.
It absolutely is beautiful. I agree with this one. I'm agreeing with the Wild Man on here,
and that the
for
Raiders
sure
will win.
But no, that's where that move was actually originated.
That's
was
where it was
in
really
Mexico
invented.
with AAA and CMLL, and I tell you what, those guys down there, they do some of the craziest moves.
Oh my goodness!
It is awesome to watch.
Yeah,
if you've never seen a true luchador match from the Mexican arena or Arena Mexico as they call it down there, it's all over YouTube, it's all over different streaming platforms. Go watch it because it is some cool stuff. Now, continuing on with my notes, though, very early on, and I'm gonna take this one to the grave here. Penta's feet touched the ground.
Yep,
they both touched the ground early on in that match. And the referee, this is what bugged me
It's
about
what the
it.
ref calls.
The referee was right there and seen it. He saw both feet touch the floor and waved it off.
It's, I mean, when you see a call blatantly bad, you don't like it, but at the end of the day, there's a human factor within the Royal Rumble as well. That is universal amongst all sports. Like, sometimes you just get bad calls and you got to move on with your life. Don't put yourself in a position where the refs can just.
I feel a
beat you.
Chiefs reference coming on here.
That's just a guilty conscience on your part.
Oh,
if
is that
what?
Okay.
No, I'm saying, like, we've had other Royal Rumbles with disputed endings.
Sure,
Big
when
Show
both men
and
have
The
hit the
Rock.
ground at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's different, though.
Not at the very beginning. I mean,
it wasn't like, oh, you didn't see that, and they jumped back into the ring.
I don't think it happened.
I've got video that shows that it did. But you know what was really funny?
We're going to bring in videos of the refs getting things wrong.
Right.
What was really funny, though, was after that happened, usually when things like that happen in the past, or very, very close, those type of things, they will show the replay of it 2 or 3 times, and they did not show it at all, which just, strengthens my resolve that both of his feet hit the floor.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm going to quote Michael Jordan here. Did the ref call it?
No.
But it didn't happen.
But even with that being said, Penta's work in the Rumble last night was just phenomenal.
I'm glad that they got
phenomenal.
to continue.
Yeah, he made it to top 6.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he lasted longer than Rey Mysterio, and those two were the first ones to start. So, wow. But the entrance that I personally was most excited about, and I called it last night when Superfan and I were texting back and forth. I was extremely mad. I was extremely ticked off when, what's his name? Speed? I show speed. I see speed.
Yeah.
I spell speed.
Right.
I take speed. Whatever he is. Right.
Got told, hey, we need somebody. Go.
That YouTuber. Yeah. As soon as that happened, I sent a message to Superfan Jeff Loud, and I said, if Joe Hendry does not make an appearance, I'm throwing the red flag. I'm throwing the red flag. But thankfully,
our hero,
Joe Hendry, made
an
exciting surprise entrance, only to be eliminated by Roman Reigns. Only to be eliminated by him.
Hey,
but I think he had a tremendous showing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, like, here's the thing. I want to see a Joe Hendry Roman Reigns match.
Oh golly,
I'd be here for it. It doesn't even really have to be, a PLE. I'd love to see it as a main event.
But that's the only place Roman really performs at is PLE.
Pretty much now.
What are you trying to say about Roman Reigns right now?
He's a part-timer.
Our tribal chief.
He's a part-timer.
Hey, part-time tribal chief, I guess. But you know what? Here's the thing about Joe Hendry. After everything was said and done, and the cameras were off, the cameras came back on because he got on social media last night, and he put out a challenge. He put the challenge out to Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would love to see a match between Roman Reigns and Joe Hendry. Yeah. And you know what? Put the TNA title up. Let's do it.
Our resident referee H.D. Daniels stated, I still don't know who Speed is, but the crowd loved it. No clue who he is.
Hey, sometimes that happens.
You know what? I'm going to absolutely 100% say the same thing as H.D. Daniels. I had no clue who this guy was.
I have a problem when they start pulling celebrities in just to pull a celebrity in and do a quick cameo.
Drew Carey is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
He is. So is Pete Rose. So is Bob Uecker. A few others. But you know what?
He came into a Royal Rumble and just...
It doesn't prove anything. You got too many people on the roster that should have been in there.
Sure.
Prime example, where was Solo last night?
He is on a sabbatical.
He's on Solo's sabbatical.
Yeah, he's on a sabbatical right now, losing the Ulafala to the OTC, and that's done a number to him. So
under a lot of stress
he's had to step away and
stressful.
Yeah, exactly. He's taking some personal days. But
crying in his little spilt milk and everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I'd be upset too.
But I would absolutely love to see Joe Hendry taking on anybody that was in that Royal Rumble last night.
Just
and now
Joe
that
Hendry,
we've got a 2-year agreement between the WWE and TNA, we could very well see Joe Hendry back in the WWE ring and even defending that TNA championship.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Now,
the other person I was surprised that, we had Speed when you could have brought in Obafemi.
True.
Put Obafemi in that match.
True.
Watch him wreck people.
Yeah.
Why not this person? The TNA X Division champion, so-called by himself, the greatest X Division champion there ever has been, Moose.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to have seen.
That would have been a big shock. So,
but no, I was not. I'll be honest. I was not a happy camper when I saw Mr. Speed jumping in there. But that reminds me of the time when we saw Paul Logan first getting into the wrestling world. We didn't really know much about him. Now, come to find out,
And now we all love him, right?
no,
Oh, no.
No,
we do not.
My
love
daughter
him.
likes him.
I don't like him either.
But here's the thing with Paul Logan. Paul Logan is extremely athletic.
Yeah, he's trying to be good.
Speed,
He's doing his best.
not so much.
It's his first time.
He got broken in half
he did.
by Braun Breaker's spear, and I'm gonna safely say that we will probably never see Speed get back inside the ring ever again.
We've seen the entirety of his wrestling career.
Now,
in all 15 seconds.
That's right.
Before we go to our last break here in about 5 minutes or so, similar to the Women's Royal Rumble, there was an amazing sequence where one big star after another hit the ring. There was more posturing than actual wrestling, but you know what? The star power was so strong that they really didn't need to do much of anything. And of course, I'm talking about AJ Styles. What an amazing return we saw from him. Braun Strowman. That one kind of made me scratch my head a little bit because of the fact that he was injured not even 2 weeks ago.
Right.
By Jacob Fatu. He probably shouldn't have been out there. I understand he was medically cleared, but Jeff, please speak.
Hey, if I'm medically cleared, I'm medically cleared. I'm here to compete. I'm sure that Braun Strowman feels the same way. There are people that say I shouldn't wrestle February 8th, but guess what? I don't care. I got
Are you lobbying right now?
medical authorization.
Wow.
Yeah, no, they announced in the video.
That you might be doing something.
Well, yeah, that I'm doing something.
Well, I guess people need
The
to get their
Wild Man
tickets right now.
will be
February
back in
the 8th.
action.
Get your tickets right now for February 8th.
Keep putting on that
Jeff
healing
Wild
salve.
is saying the Wild Man will be in
Hey,
action.
yeah, I'm doing all the rehabilitation stuff I need to do, and I think that I'm,
You're going to be ready to rock and roll come next Saturday night. Okay. All right. But then also, we saw John Cena, Seth Rollins, who I will say, and I was wrong, but that was my pick. I thought who was going to win was John Cena.
I thought John Cena was going to win as well.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio getting in the middle of all of these big stars. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give the young Punk some roses, too. And I mean, he's a punk.
Yeah.
I hate him. Yeah, he makes me hate him.
He held his own there for a little while. You got to give it up to him just a little bit. And then, of course, CM Punk and Sami Zayn and Logan Paul. But how about that situation now between Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns?
Yep.
Speak on that. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was just like I had figuring out that it was going to come down CM Punk, probably Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns as the final three. And then all of a sudden, all three of them get knocked out. Bam, bam, bam. And I'm just like, what just happened? And, those are probably could be the three top stars that you would think are going to eventually win the Royal Rumble, even though the card was very stacked. But the way that just played out is like, okay, where's this going now? I don't know. Because, Punk's going to be mad.
We might get a three-way triple threat match out of that whole thing. Or maybe even a fatal four-way with Drew McIntyre thrown in the mix of it all, too.
I have those three in the Elimination Chamber already.
Really?
With John Cena. So I got 4 of the 6.
Well,
I think Drew McIntyre will definitely be in the
here's my problem with that. Seth Rollins and CM Punk are both Raw wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
So is, from what I understand, Roman Reigns has been moved over to Raw as well. Now, before I jump in there, let me finish this real quick. The Rumble came down to John Cena and Jey Uso, and in a very hard-fought battle between the both of them, Jey Uso, John Cena on the outside of the apron. What a maneuver Jey Uso did to get back into the ring and to basically kick John Cena off the apron down onto the floor. And your winner, the main event, Jey Uso.
Yeet.
Yeet, baby. Yeet. Main event Jey. It's going to be the main event of WrestleMania.
That was some cool stuff.
Hey, it's about time.
I agree.
I love Jey Uso. I always have. I think he's an incredible wrestler.
I gotta agree with you.
But does he go after Cody?
No. I think he goes after Gunther.
But he said
we've already seen the Gunther.
We saw Jey Uso Gunther 1. Now we're going to get a Jey Uso Gunther 2. It always comes in 2s or 3s.
But he also lost when he was trying to get the Intercontinental title from Gunther too.
Okay, so this is the third battle.
Hey, his history is not his destiny.
That's right.
All right. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that's very poetic.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Nice.
Not Jake the Snake.
Very well written. Wow. Very well written. Now, going back to what I was about to say, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns on Raw. If Jey Uso does go after Gunther, that's a Raw title, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So the title that would be that would be fought to go after would be the SmackDown Championship, the WWE Championship, which last night, and I'm going to stop right there because we are up against our very last break. When we come back, I'm going to tell everybody what happened last night directly after the Royal Rumble during the media scrum with John Cena. Right after this, here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO.
Hi, everybody. This is News Radio KYRO, Vice President and General Manager John Shepard, and I have a question for you. Have you ever considered hosting a foreign exchange student? If you haven't, perhaps the time is now. You can host a high school student from another country who lives with your family for 5 to 10 months, a new international branch for your family tree, and an opportunity to share your part of America with an international teenager. AYUSA has been connecting families around the world for over 30 years. A track record of trust with compassionate, engaged student leaders and personalized host family support. There's no typical family. No matter where you live or how your family is structured, there's a student waiting for a family like yours for a unique opportunity. Find out more by contacting the AYUSA local representative Tricia Schneidermeyer at 636-295-7224. Explore the wonderful opportunities that AYUSA has to offer, connecting families around the world for over 30 years.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mount Top Motor Company. John, tell us about the latest sales you guys have going on.
King, we don't have one.
What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on.
Nope, no quote, unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why?
Why?
Because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games at Mountaintop. We're not about sales, we're about true savings.
I like that. No sales, just savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your pricing is always super competitive.
Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident that we can get you set up the right way.
You heard it. Great pricing, great inventory, great people to work with. And there's a reason Mount Top Motor Company has over 1,000 5-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim higher and go visit the good guys in Troy. MountTopMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
This moment of calm is brought to you by American National. Because life on the farm is stressful, and insurance shouldn't be. American National. Relax. We're here. American National Property and Casualty Company and Affiliates, Springfield, Missouri.
News Radio KYRO weather from the Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions Weather Center. Online at MeyerListings.com. Overcast clouds in Troy. Getting down to 39 overnight tonight. Monday's high will be in the lower 60s. Broken clouds likely. Temperatures in the lower 40s forecast on Tuesday. Currently in Troy it's 54. In Warrenton it's 53 degrees. Perfect homes, commercial real estate or farm ground? Meyer & Company Real Estate and Auctions. Online at MeyerListings.com. I'm Erica Walters.
Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are back live here in the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Myself, superfan Tim Williams, having some fun with Jeff Wild here in the studio as well during that break. And again, if I forget to say it, I want to say it right now. Jeff Wild, thank you so much for coming in today and doing the show with us. It's always a blast to have you in the studio.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now,
it's a real honor.
I teased a little something before we went to break. Last night on the Post Media Scrum, and it was confirmed by Triple H Paul Levesque that John Cena on March the 1st in Toronto, Canada, Elimination Chamber night, he will be in the Elimination Chamber match. He made a statement last night that, before we saw him like 3 weeks ago, he was basically saying, hey, this retirement tour is going to be all about fun and all about this and all about that, not really having his eyes on championships or anything along those lines, but somewhere between there and maybe it was the Rumble itself, maybe it was just the action of itself. Something changed to where now John Cena is going to be focused on winning his 17th championship after he wins the Elimination Chamber. His words.
I
see it happening.
I can see it happening, but I'm not a big fan of it, just to be honest. I mean, I'd like to see just have him do some good matches. You got CM Punk out there. You'd like to see Randy Orton get at least one more match with them. You can build up a lot of things. Does he need to have 17? I don't know. I'm not
Wild. What do you think?
I mean, if we were the scenarios. We don't know how anything will play out. We don't know what's going on. But we kind of think that Jay makes more sense to wrestle Gunther. That means Elimination Chamber is going to be for who wrestles Cody.
That's right. It could very well be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
9-year-old wrestling fan in me, I would love to see Cody Rhodes and John Cena.
Okay. Hey, fair. It's fair.
In WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's fair.
For John Cena's last WrestleMania.
Now, we do have some notes from our resident referee, H.D. Daniels, who was there last night at the Royal Rumble with his son. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to read some of these notes off real quick because I want to, include him, even though he's not here.
He's here
in the
spirit.
show.
Right.
He's here in spirit.
He's traveling.
He's on the Facebook feed.
He's in Indianapolis, home to the
Greatest. on his way home.
Football.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna let that one slide. We're just gonna let it slide. He says, my first note is they need to get rid of that giant Jumbotron. Apparently, I think that's the one that was over the ring.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is, right? Everyone just watched that and not the actual ring. It was way too distracting. The coolest experience in wrestling today is yeeting with thousands of people. It's just an experience. Alexa's pop was really loud. Everyone is super excited that she's back, and I'm one of those too. Yep. I'm super excited to see what happens with her. Charlotte, and this is interesting here, and I kind of agree with him on this too. Charlotte is over now, but I think it was excitement for her return and victory. I expect the fans to turn on her soon if she doesn't make them turn herself by being the heel. I can see that. I can see that in Charlotte Flair being. She can be.
Yeah.
Real mean sometimes.
Sometimes
I need you to get closer to that mic.
She's real mean sometimes.
Yeah. I'll still support her even if she is the heel.
I got to be honest. So will I. Trish Stratus had a very loud pop. Lots of people expecting Jade Cargill and/or AJ Lee to show up, but obviously that did not happen. Now, this one was interesting to me. This note from him. He said that the bathroom break match was unfortunately the tag match. I felt bad for them. The audience was absent and really quiet. The concession stand ran out of pretzels. Couldn't believe it. The Street Profits are confusing because why did they attack both teams but cause DIY to win? The ladder match was fun. Couldn't see them when they were in the crowd. Not a lot to report on that match. I was expecting Sammy to do something, but that never came. This match was watched on the Jumbotron mostly, which was disappointing. The final bump on the ladder match from the announce desk couldn't be seen. The men's Rumble was just awesome. It was so star-studded. I wish they would have spread out the big names, but it felt like all the big stars came out after number 15, and it did feel like that. Like Roman, Jay, Seth, Punk, Cena, etc. That should have been spread out more. Penta and Ray had a huge reaction. Penta showed up too and did really well. All the big stars got huge pops, just huge and loud. Punk's elimination took the air out of the building. And some of these things that he's talking about, sometimes those things don't come across the TV to us as viewers. So this is kind of cool to hear a perspective from being there. And Roman's elimination was shocking as well. He goes on to say that I think most people knew Cena was going to win, just like I thought. But seeing Roman and Punk being eliminated made it real, like it was actually going to happen. Logan being eliminated made it real as well, like it was time. It's time for Cena to win now, is what everyone wanted. I can't believe he lost. And of course, these are the words of H.D. Daniels. I saw kids crying. Parents spent thousands of dollars on this for their kids, and he lost. I felt for them. Cena gear was everywhere. I got 2 words for that, or 3 words for that. Boo hoo hoo. Because even though I said John Cena was going to win, I'm not a John Cena fan. Sorry, Jeff Wells. But J1, and
you're
it
on
was
the island by
spectacular.
yourself on this one.
I was in attendance at Mania 28 when Rock beat Cena, and nothing has compared to that moment until now. At least for me and the shows that I have seen live, it was special being there. And again, I'm telling you, Yeeting live is the coolest thing. And this is an interesting statement that he says. Better than the Yes movement.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
wow.
That's a pretty bold statement right there.
That's a pretty
bold
big statement.
When you were going through that, something that it kind of hit me. Did you see after CM was eliminated and Roman was eliminated, didn't you see CM go up to Heyman and gesture something to him?
Yeah. Did see that on TV. Don't know what that's all about.
Is this the favor?
Could maybe. Who knows? But still yet to be seen what's going to happen with that whole situation, because even though it was really Seth Rollins doing the attacking on Roman Reigns, stomping his head into the floor, into the steel steps, CM Punk really wasn't messing with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It was CM Punk and Seth Rollins that were fighting back and forth. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe the favor now is Paul Heyman, get me a match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania.
Or get me into the Elimination Chamber.
Could be that too. It could be.
But
that.
I don't think he would need that favor to qualify for the elimination. I think he deserves to be in the Elimination Chamber.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We've got about 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this show. And again, we've got to talk about next Saturday night, February the 8th, NWA World League Wrestling show out at the Race Wrestling Arena. Tickets are on sale right now. Don't wait till the day of or the doors opening to get your tickets, because you could very well be left out in the cold. We've seen it many times over this last year. We've even had double sellouts, and it still happened to people.
Right.
Get your tickets, because this card is stacked, and from what Jeff Wild told me during the break, it just got even more stacked. Mr. Wild, you've got an announcement to make. You got word from the NWA World League Wrestling offices. What have they said to you?
Well, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Let me put it that way. I will get in the ring again against Superstar Steve.
Are you crazy?
I'm not crazy.
No, he's wild. He's the wild man. So what you're saying is,
I can't guarantee you that it's going to be on the 8th, but if my ankle's there on the 8th, it will be.
So there's a possibility this could happen on February the 8th. It's a possibility it could happen on February the 22nd.
If I can get
at Fort Leonard, Missouri, at Salute to the Service 3.
And all I have to say is the sooner the better. I cannot wait to face Superstar Steve again.
Wow.
I am going to come back stronger and angrier.
I've got a question for you.
What?
Are you a glutton for punishment?
I'm
friend.
not a glutton for punishment.
You saw what he's done in the past to
he tried to end your
Grand
career.
Regent Camaro Jackson.
Yeah, he did, but he didn't end it.
He came close. He came close, my friend. You saw what he did to the Legacy Leland race.
Yeah.
We haven't seen or we haven't really heard a whole lot from the Legacy himself since then.
Yeah, Steve's he's a real bully. And I don't like bullies.
You heard it here first, folks, right here on Uncensored Wrestling Talk.
If I can get medically cleared, it will be the 8th. Or it'll be sometime in the future, but
sometime
I'm
in
not
the near
running away.
future.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm going to remind Steve that I am not dead.
Going back for your pound of flesh?
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Yeah. That's my goal. And there's an old Eastern saying, fall 7 times, rise 8. Now you might say to yourself, that doesn't make sense mathematically. You fall 7 times, you can only get up 7 times. Fall 7 times around. Stand up 8 means that you rise above from where you were before.
Okay. Hey, good luck to you, my friend.
We'll be rooting for you.
I would definitely be
Hey,
rooting
I appreciate
for you.
it.
You know,
Also-
I'll be hooting and hollering. I'll be calling their name.
I
We know
appreciate-
for sure, though.
Wild
on-
man's going to need all the sport he can get, but he is not going to stop.
We know
Nice.
for sure, though, on February the 8th, we will have Cameron Bernay versus Skylar Sparks. If Bernay wins, she will get a shot at the NWA World League Wrestling Ladies Championship at Fort Leonard Wood at Salute to the Soldiers 3 against Skylar Sparks. Get your tickets right now for that event as well. We've got newcomer Brandon Beretta. He will be taking on one of the Triple Crown winners that we have in World League Wrestling. He's one of 2 that has happened to. The Deliverer Moses, and Moses is looking to get back on the winning track, so to speak. A match that is just this is a huge match, folks. Monstrous Mike Maverick will be taking on Big Jack Parker Jr. Oh boy, the fists are gonna fly.
As
in
JR
that
would say,
one.
that's going to be a slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker.
Raheem De La Suede. He will be taking on the Natural Atlas Armstrong, and of course Suede. He is the new NWA World League Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. And in tag team action, we've got to find out if this is for the tag team championships. I believe that it is, because it wasn't able to happen at the January event because of the weather cancellations.
Yeah.
Blazing Guns, the Sergeant-at-Arms, Blade Lennox, and his tag team partner, the astonishing Austin Militalo, takes on Dysfunction, Brandon Espinoza, and Kyle Roberts. All happening on February the 8th at NWA World League Wrestling's Show Out event. We've got 30 seconds left in the show. Superfan, thank you so much for coming in today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you having my back. Also, Jeff Wild, thank you again for coming in today. It was so awesome to have you here, and we hope to see you again very soon here in studio and also up in that ring. Just be careful going up against Superstar Steve, please.
I promise to be wild. Thank you so much for having me.
And again, thank you to all you for listening right here
from the Gateway
on
Fiber
Uncensored
Studio.
Wrestling Talk. And we will see you next week right here on Sunday. And we'll have all the results from Show Out.